Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Bob Stoops app. Along with Hall of Fame football coach Bob Stoops, I'm Brad McMullen, and we want to talk about all the big sports stories going on right now. None bigger than last night, Oklahoma swept Texas to bring home Patty Gasso's 6th national championship. What did you think of the women's softball team?
Well, what's better than sweeping Texas right off the bat, right? So good for them. Patty Gasso, her whole coaching staff, just an incredible job. Just this whole team, they've got the talent. Everyone talks about the bats. Their defense is incredible. And but overall, I really just love the joy they play with. You could tell how much they just love to play. And credit to Patty Gasso and the leaders on that team that they were able to play this whole year that way. And good for them. They were just incredible.
And what did you think about Jocelyn and the way that she handled all the pressure from her freshman year all the way through to end the way she did?
Just fantastic, incredible. You run out of adjectives to describe her. Greatest of all time, sure. And in about any sport. I mean, or at least she's there with anybody, however you want to put it. Just fantastic. Great leader, great teammate, you could tell. And loved it through the year. Again, the passion and joy that she's playing with, just played so great and incredible.
And how about the little tidbit? We'll give some journalism to Tulsa World for finding out that Jocelyn was offered a scholarship by the Texas coach when he was at Oregon, but he rescinded the scholarship. In her words, not ours, he never told me why, and I couldn't wait to play them for the national championship.
Ouch. I don't know. We all make mistakes as coaches. I'm sure he realizes that was a big one. Because you've never seen anybody like her, really. I mean, look what she did in the second game against UCLA. Then she got, I think it was 4 for 4, 2 home runs.
Unbelievable.
6 or 7 runs batted in, or with those homers. So just incredible the way she played.
And incredible leadership. When they lost to UCLA, they had to play them right again on Monday night. And she said to her teammates, with the national cameras running, we're not going to play past 5 innings, meaning a run rule. And guess what? They run ruled them big time.
Well, we had a few of those through the year, right? So I could see why she thought they could do it. And you get them fired up and focused, and they're always focused. And let's face it. Anyway, then they're pretty incredible when they get it going like that.
And I know throughout the years you've gone and supported this team. What did it mean for you to see your friend Patty Gasso win again?
Fantastic. Patty's awesome. Just a great person, coach. We've been in many meetings together. We've always been very good friends. And through my years there as a coach, met about every recruit through the years while I was there that came through on weekends for football weekends for official visits. So I had the great pleasure of being able to meet a lot of her recruits through the years as they came in, and so many great players. And anyway, it was always great to be around Patty in those meetings, and great insight into coaching. And again, I just compliment her and her staff for the passion and joy that their team played with. It's just so obvious they were never tight. And I get sometimes you go, oh, well, they're so confident. How could they be? No, sometimes you could get pressure that you have to be perfect, when you're that good. And you never saw that in them. They just played to their potential, and it's fun to watch.
Yeah, they are awesome, and can't wait to watch them again. Anytime you can watch Oklahoma softball, whether they're summer preseason games in the fall, go out and check them out. They're absolutely awesome. All right, number of Sooners finding their names on the Hall of Fame ballot. Hall of Famer, you know all about it. What does it mean to see former players like Rocky Calmus and Josh Heupel have a chance to potentially get in the Hall of Fame?
Yeah, you love it. They're so deserving, such great players. And then Roy Williams is already being inducted this coming year, so he's already been voted in. And I've said it many times, Josh Heupel, such a great player, and the catalyst in our 2000 national championship team, such a leader. And I said, along all the great players I've had, if Josh wasn't the most talented or just the best player, he was certainly the most valuable player that I had through all those years, being that he got it started. And right away when he came to us in '99, his voice in the locker room and with the team, and carried through to the other leaders on the team as well in 2000. But you're not going to get it done without a great quarterback. And Josh was all of that. One of the most decorated quarterbacks that we've had. He won every award there is out there, maybe outside of the Heisman Trophy, where he came in second in a very close race. So anyway, and then this Rocky as well, so deserving, such a great player, and also on the defensive side, a great leader for us, in that 2000 national championship team. So I wish them both the best, and I get to vote now that I'm in it, and of course I voted for the two of them.
You gotta like it. You got some votes in the bank, guys. And a former all-time OU great on the defensive side, also on the ballot this year, Dewey Selman. And I've got to say this disclaimer: he was my Sunday school teacher at McFarland Church here in Norman. Awesome human being.
And I'm sure he was a great Sunday school teacher.
Great. Everybody listened to him.
I've been very close with the Selman family since my first weeks here. Was at a function right in the first month I was here, I believe, with Leroy being here, and Dewey and Lucius. Beautiful people, great family, yes. So deserving, but I voted for Dewey as well. But you think of the number one defense in America on a national championship team, 74 and 75, both years. But it's being controlled by the three guys up front, all Selman brothers. Now that's the neatest thing to watch, and I've seen so many of those clips through the years and watch them often. And again, we just wish Dewey the best. As you said, quiet, humble, incredible human being. But when you put the equipment on him, and it's been a while, look out. When you watch him play, he was mean and great player.
Yeah, great teammate, great leader, even better human being. Hopefully he'll get in the Hall of Fame as well. All right, talking about some of the storylines heading into the fall. It's summertime. We're heading into media days. What are you most excited about seeing in college football this fall?
I think as much as anything, I don't know if I'm excited to see it, but I'm intrigued to see team chemistries with the whole, so many transfers in and out, and all the NIL money, with, the quarterback be making a few million and the guy blocking for him isn't making
Not
much.
making as much.
Or if anything. So I'm really interested to see how this whole dynamic plays out with everybody, and I think it'll be a challenge for coaches to blend locker rooms with new players, and who can do it the best and get that chemistry, and who can manage all the NIL stuff without some jealousy in the locker room and some of that. So it's going to be interesting to me. The biggest thing will be that.
All right, and a former coworker of yours, now the head coach at USC, making some headlines. Lincoln Riley sat down with ESPN yesterday and talked about some interesting topics. One of them included you, Coach, where he said, I talked to Bob, and Bob said that he was very close to leaving OU when he was the head coach. If so, what were those jobs, and is that news to you?
Oh, no, everyone knew. I had several opportunities through my 18 years, and I've said it in my book that the Florida job a few times really enticed me, with being that I had relationships there and whatnot. So I don't, that's true. I've said it myself. So Florida job was very close. Again, I had a lot of close ties there as well, but ultimately I felt loyalty to OU, the fans, the traditions here, and the people that hired me. They gave me an opportunity as an assistant coach to lead this program, and I couldn't do it. I felt that this is where I needed to stay, and I did. But listen, I'm a coach. I'm in the business. So Lincoln has his reasons, and that's okay. And I think everybody needs to understand that. And I do as a coach. I understand. You take a job, you didn't promise this whole state in Oklahoma the rest of your life. And as I've said many times, and that's okay. And there's other really good coaches, and we've got a great one right now with Brent Venables. So you just move on. And but as a coach, I understand to what degree Lincoln's his reasons were, and they're his, and that's okay. And I think I'm with, I've said, he didn't invent OU football. Well, that's okay. Neither did I. When they show that clip or whatever on Insta or whatever social media, they don't say immediately after, I said, neither did I. So we're fine, and everybody has their reasons and ways that they want to live their life, and that's okay. And but again, I think we're in great shape and in solid footing with Brent Venables and the direction of the program. So we'll just keep moving on, and I wish Lincoln the best.
Amen. All right. So looking at the games that are going to be coming up, you've got OU and Nebraska at the front level of the season. Of course, you've got OU Texas. Are there some games, Dad, that you're excited about seeing your son play in?
All of them, sure. Going to Nebraska is always exciting and fun. We hadn't been there in a while, so that'll be exciting. We had a heck of a game here with them last year.
A little too good.
Yeah, no doubt. So it'll be exciting. I'm just really anxious to see this new team, basically with new coaches. Not all, but with Coach Venables' influence on it, Coach Levy, and then Coach Ted Roof on defense, the coordinators, and how we can evolve and change, with so much being new, it's going to be exciting. New quarterback Dylan Gabriel, how he's going to adjust, and I've got great confidence in him. The young guy has played so much football, so regardless of what stage he's on, he's ready for it. The guy's been on the field for 3-4 years now and has had great success. So you should expect him, to be comfortable out there and play well. So it's going to be exciting to watch.
And also to see how the conditioning in the offseason, your strength and conditioning coach, back on campus. And everything that we're hearing, it was an incredible offseason in the weight room.
It is. The guys have really embraced Coach Schmidt. I know I hear a lot of my former players getting on social media acting like how terrible it was. Well, a lot of those guys
have now in the NFL.
Have had incredible NFL careers, partly because of Coach Schmidt and his training and building the toughness and the work ethic. And from what I understand, that this team has really embraced Coach Schmidt and what they're doing and are handling it in a great way. I know talking to Coach Schmidt, has loved working with our players and has really felt they've been better than he could have anticipated. So not that we were ever bad or why he would, but he just said, look, they have been fantastic. Like, they have embraced it to the nth degree, and that's really positive.
Yeah, Coach Schmidt's always had this theme: I want your very best. Whatever that is, I want your very best. I don't want any time for someone to say someone else has outworked you.
Well, and as a player, that's what you want. These guys want to maximize their 3, 4, 5 years here in college. You want to maximize your ability to compete and play at the very best. Well, this is part of it. You don't get to take the whole summer off and walk on the field and think you're going to do well. That's not going to happen. You're going to get hurt in the first half hour.
Yeah.
So point being, there's a lot to build up to be able to perform at that level for a long season.
Well, it's June, so get excited. College football is just around the corner. For Coach Bob Stoops, I'm Brad McMullen. Remember, for videos anytime, just tap on our video link.